Welcome to HP Tuner's GM Gen 5 Training Part 2. In this training module, we're going to be exploring our VCM editor, doing a software overview so you can get familiar with everything within the software. We're going to have a lot to cover, so let's jump in so we can check this out. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our VCM editor software. We're going to be doing an overview of the software in this tutorial, getting familiar with the functions and features of the software, where we can find things as we move into further training tutorials in our training course here. You're going to be jumping into the VCM editor and working within the controls. We're just trying to get familiar with the basics of the software in this tutorial. So we're going to jump in, we're going to open up a calibration file, and we're just going to start to explore the software. First thing we need to do is actually open up a calibration file. To open up a calibration file, we can go up here into the top under File, and we can click Open. Now, we see a lot of the controls are grayed out right now because we don't have that calibration file open, which is why I want to open up a calibration file first thing here in the tutorial. We'll find things like Edit or Compare. We can't even click on the drop-down menus here because, again, we don't have that file open to work with. We also see in our icons down below here, they're also grayed out, again, because we do not have a calibration file open. So the first thing we need to do is open up the calibration file. So we're going to go here to File, Open, or you can also go here to the File Open icon right here. We'll find that there's redundancy from our drop-down menus here into the icon list below. So some of the more popular features or functions will be found in our icon list. So Open File, Save File, Close File. These functions right here can be found in our drop-down file, and we can find them right here. So I'm going to go into my Open File icon. That's going to allow me to jump in and open up the sample calibration files that we have in our Gen Force training course folder. If we jump here, I'm going to go to the desktop right now. I have that folder, we're looking down here, GM Gen 5 training course. Double click, we'll find that we have a folder called Sample Stock Calibrations. Now in here, I have all of the calibration files sorted based on the model that we're dealing with. So Camaro, Corvette, GMC Yukon, Silverado. This is just a sample of some of the stock equivalent files. So I just put together a bunch of them that you can take a look at. Let's go in here to a Corvette and let's jump into a 2017 model here. And then let's see, we have a 2017 Corvette Auto. Let's open up that file. Doesn't really matter which file you open up right now. We're not going to go into any specifics. Again, just getting used to the features and functions and the layout of the software. I'm going to go here and click Open, or you can alternatively hit Enter on your keyboard. That's going to allow the file to open up. We can see it's opening the file right now. So now that the file has been opened, we can see up at the top here the directory or the path of where that file can be actually sourced from. So we'll find here that's going to be on the desktop, GM Gen 5 training course, sample stock calibrations, Corvette 2017 Corvette Auto. And then this strand of numbers signifies the operating strategy or system that we're dealing with within the language for GM. So everything here has been opened up in the software. Now we can start to take a look at, again, some of the layout of the software a little bit better. If we go here, File, we have an open and close. Again, we find the open and close here. So if we want to close the file out, we can click Close, go back in. We can go here to Save or Save As. Now Save will allow us to just save on top of the file name that we're dealing with here. So 2017 Corvette Auto with a strand of numbers behind it. If we want to rename the file, we would use the Save As feature that allows us to save it as a new name so we don't overwrite the original file. Now what we're going to do in another tutorial coming up here is perform the licensing and the reading and writing process. So we'll actually go through what that looks like so you'll be able to perform that and get started using your MPVI-2 cable with your Gen 5 vehicle. Right now, we're going to just take a look at the basic, again, functionality here. We'll talk about why we use Save or Save As in that particular video, because we need to do a read on an actual vehicle and we want to save the original file as original, and then we'll Save As immediately after that to oversave as a new file name so we don't touch the original equivalent stock file out of the vehicle. Now I also have down in my drop-down menu here a recent file option. This allows me to access the first probably 15, 20 files that I've recently opened in my HP Tuner software. So we can see I have a multitude of different files that I've had open here. We can see all those in my recent file directory. This allows you quick access to other files that you've recently worked with. Now, in this case, if you're starting off with a fresh installation of your VCM Editor software, and this is going to be the first time you're calibrating and tuning with your vehicle, you're going to find that this is going to be populated. You'll find that the only file that's in here is the file that you last opened. In this case, that would just be one of the stock equivalent files that we just talked about. You won't have anything else populated in here. So as you go over time, you'll find that you will have all these various other files in here that have been opened in previous portions of time as you were opening and working within the VCM Editor software. Now we also have an exit option here. The exit option is... Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.